You are out. Finally, God is exposing your brother. Your brother is not who you think he is. And the divine revelation coming to light will shock you to your core. God has been watching the deception, the manipulation, and the spiritual warfare your brother has been waging against you from within your own family. This moment of exposure has been building for months, maybe years. And now the truth can no longer be hidden. The mask your brother has been wearing is about to fall off completely. And you need to be prepared for what God is about to reveal to you today. That as you hear these words, know that God sees every scheme your brother has plotted behind your back. It's normal to feel betrayed, confused, or even angry when family deception comes to light. But remember that God's truth is setting you free from years of manipulation. This exposure is your chance to finally understand why certain things in your life never seem to work out the way they should have. You're receiving this revelation because God's timing is perfect, and you're finally strong enough to handle the truth about your brother's real intentions. Even when discovering family betrayal feels devastating, trust that this divine exposure is actually a blessing, because knowing who your brother really is will protect you from further spiritual attacks disguised as brotherly love and concern. As you prepare to hear this truth, understand that your brother has been living a double life right under your nose. Just like a snake hiding in tall grass, your brother has been using his position in your family to strike at your blessings when you least expect it. God is revealing that your brother has been spiritually manipulating situations behind the scenes, pretending to pray for you while actually working against your success. He has been presenting himself as your spiritual advisor and supporter, but in reality, he has been planting seeds of doubt about your worth and your calling. Your brother has been harboring deep jealousy about the favor God has placed on your life, and instead of celebrating your gifts, he has been secretly trying to undermine them. He has used family gatherings, private conversations, and even prayer circles to subtly tear down your confidence and redirect opportunities away from you. God is exposing how your brother has been the source of confusion, delay, and spiritual blockages that you couldn't understand. The wolf has been living right in your house, wearing the mask of brotherhood. Now that God is opening your spiritual eyes, you can finally see the patterns that were right in front of you all along. Remember how your brother always seemed to know about your opportunities before they fell through? How he would offer advice that sounded wise, but somehow always led you away from your breakthrough. Think about the times when you shared your dreams and goals with him, only to find obstacles appearing shortly afterward that made no logical sense. Your brother had a way of being around whenever you were about to receive good news, and somehow that good news would turn into complications or delays. He positioned himself as your closest confidant, the one person you could trust with your deepest hopes. But God is showing you that he was actually gathering information to use against you. Notice how you always felt emotionally drained after spending time with him, even when the conversation seemed positive. That heaviness you felt was your spirit recognizing the spiritual warfare being directed at you through someone who should have been your biggest supporter. As we uncover these divine revelations about family deception, I want to help you receive more spiritual discernment for the future. If this message about your brother is opening your eyes to family manipulation you never recognized before, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine warnings about hidden enemies in your own household. What you're discovering about your brother goes deeper than simple sibling rivalry. This has been full-scale spiritual warfare disguised as family love. Your brother's jealousy opened a door for dark forces to work through him against your destiny. He has been operating as a spiritual spy in your life, reporting your progress to negative energies that want to see you fail. While you were trusting him with your heart, he was using that access to speak curses over your future instead of blessings. God is revealing that your brother has been praying against you, asking for your opportunities to be redirected to him instead. He has been working with spirits of confusion, delay, and disappointment to keep you from stepping into your full potential. Every time you were about to break through into a new level, your brother was there to create doubt, fear, or distraction. This is why your path has felt so much harder than it should have been. Your own family member has been functioning as a spiritual roadblock, but God's exposure is breaking every chain He tried to put on your destiny right now. The timing of this revelation is no accident. God is exposing your brother at the exact moment when you're ready to step into your next season of blessing. You needed to be spiritually mature enough to handle this truth without being destroyed by it, and you needed to be strong enough to break free from His influence. God waited until now because your breakthrough is so close that your brother's sabotage could no longer be allowed to continue. This exposure is happening because your prayers for discernment have reached heaven, and God is answering by pulling back the curtain on hidden enemies. Your spiritual growth has reached a point where you can see clearly what was clouded before. God's protection strategy includes revealing who has been working against you, so that nothing can stop what He's prepared for your future. Every delay your brother caused, every opportunity he blocked, every dream he tried to kill is about to be restored to you with interest. Right now you might be struggling with what to do with this information about your brother because family loyalty runs deep in your heart. You might be thinking that exposing family darkness is wrong, or that you should just forgive and forget for the sake of keeping peace. But God's truth is higher than family loyalty, and your spiritual health is more important than maintaining false family harmony. Toxic family loyalty is what has allowed your brother to continue his spiritual attacks against you for so long. There's a difference between forgiveness and enabling someone to keep hurting you. You can forgive your brother for what he's done, while still protecting yourself from what he might do next. God is giving you permission to acknowledge your brother's negative influence and to set boundaries that honor your own spiritual well-being. Choosing truth over family approval is not betrayal, it's wisdom. Your first loyalty should be to God and to your own spiritual health, not to protecting someone who has been working against your destiny, just as God is revealing these hidden family dynamics to protect your spiritual future. Your support helps us continue sharing these divine exposures with others who are being deceived by their own relatives. A small super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more allows these crucial warnings to reach people who are still blind to the spiritual warfare happening in their own families through jealous siblings and relatives. God is pulling back the final layer of deception to show you the root of your brother's behavior, pure, undiluted jealousy of this special calling on your life. From the time you were young, your brother could see that God's hand was on you in a way that it wasn't on him. Instead of celebrating your gifts and supporting your purpose, he made a conscious decision to try to dim your light so his could shine brighter. He has spent years studying your weaknesses, learning your insecurities, and discovering exactly what words or actions would make you doubt yourself. Your brother has been stealing credit for your ideas, undermining your reputation with other family members, and positioning himself as the more reliable, more spiritual sibling. He has been working overtime to convince others that your success is luck, while his struggles are noble suffering. God is exposing how your brother has been rewriting family history to make himself look like the victim and you look like the one who has it easy. Every achievement you earned through hard work and faith, he has tried to minimize or explain away to protect his own ego. Now that God has opened your eyes to your brother's true nature, it's time to learn how to protect yourself from his continued manipulation. Start by limiting the information you share with him about your plans, dreams, and opportunities. What he doesn't know, he cannot sabotage. Create spiritual boundaries by praying for protection before every interaction with him, and ask God to give you discernment about his true intentions behind every conversation. Begin cleansing your spirit from years of his negative influence through daily prayer and meditation. Speak positive affirmations over your life to counteract the seeds of doubt he planted in your mind. Surround yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your success instead of those who secretly work against it. Trust your spiritual instincts when something feels off about his words or actions. Even if he sounds caring on the surface, your spirit knows the difference between genuine love and manipulation disguised as concern. Practice setting small boundaries first, then work up to bigger ones as your confidence grows in recognizing his deceptive patterns. God's justice system never fails, and your vindication for years of your brother's sabotage is already in motion. Every opportunity he blocked from reaching you is being restored with compound interest. Every dream he tried to kill is being resurrected with more power than before. Every door he tried to close is being blown wide open by divine favor. The same God who exposed his deception is now working overtime to elevate you beyond anything your brother tried to prevent. Watch as opportunities start flowing to you that your brother cannot touch or influence. Notice how your confidence returns as you realize how much of yourself doubt was planted by his manipulation. Your reputation will be restored in places where he damaged it, and people will begin to see his true character for themselves. The breakthrough season you've been waiting for is here, and nothing your brother did to delay it can stop what God has already decided to release in your life. Your vindication will be so complete that even your brother will have to acknowledge God's favor on you. As you distance yourself from your brother's toxic influence, God is preparing to surround you with a chosen family who will genuinely support your purpose. These are people who will celebrate your victories instead of secretly resenting them, who will pray for your success instead of working against it. You'll discover friendships that feel more like family than your actual blood relatives. Relationships built on mutual respect and genuine love rather than obligation and manipulation. Share your story with others who have experienced similar family betrayal. You'll be amazed at how many people understand exactly what you've been through. Your experience of surviving spiritual warfare from within your own family qualifies you to help others recognize the same patterns in their lives. Create a community of people who understand that sometimes the greatest enemies come from your own household, and that choosing truth over toxic family loyalty is an act of spiritual courage that opens doors to authentic relationships that honor your true worth. In closing, as we move forward from this divine revelation about your brother, step confidently into the truth that has set you free. You are no longer the victim of his hidden schemes, because God has exposed every plan he made against you. Embrace the freedom that comes from knowing exactly who you're dealing with, and let that knowledge guide you toward healthier relationships and better boundaries. Trust in God's perfect timing for this revelation and believe that your breakthrough is now unstoppable. Keep declaring, God exposes every hidden enemy and elevates me beyond their reach, and watch as your new season of victory begins. If this message has helped you recognize spiritual warfare from your own brother or family member, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine revelations about hidden enemies. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a warning about family deception or spiritual manipulation. When you share this message, you help others identify toxic family dynamics they might be ignoring. Each person who receives this warning through you becomes part of your legacy of truth and healing. Dear Lord, please give us strength to face family betrayal with wisdom and courage, and help us discern between genuine love and manipulation disguised as care. Amen. If this revelation about your brother has opened your spiritual eyes to years of hidden sabotage, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue exposing spiritual deception that destroys families from within. Please share in the comments your own experiences with family spiritual warfare. or what divine revelations you'd like to hear about in our next video. Your stories help us bring you the guidance that addresses the spiritual battles you're actually fighting.